I've been investing for 35 plus years. You see the gray hair. I'm in my mid 50s, been investing since I'm in my early 20s. I am not a professional financial money advisor or anything like that. But the fact of what I'm starting to hear about the fact that Micron, SK Hynix, AMD, Nvidia are dead. Literally, I'm hearing whispers about this from like little pieces and things of here. And it absolutely blows me away that people are starting to talk about this. And I think what it really comes down to is that people are like, oh, the easy money has been made in Micron or SK Hynix or Nvidia. And I don't agree with that either. I don't, because the bottom line is this, is that we have years left on the AI compute build out. And right now, Micron is trading down about 0.28 in the last 1 month. You can see that Micron gave back 6%, but in the last 6 months, it's up 114%, and it's dead. I mean, I can't believe some of the stuff I'm hearing from some of the talking heads on Wall Street. If we look at SK Hynix, we're not going to have as much data here because SK Hynix has only been trading in the United States for for basically a month now. It's down about 18%. AMD last 6 months up 123%. Nvidia has not moved as much, up 14%. Nvidia had its massive move up last year, things of this nature. But I really want to get to this. They're dead. The opportunity is dead. Whoever is saying that, or if you believe that, I don't know what you're smoking. Because what it comes down to is this. If you look at just memory and you look at the shortage that we know that is documented everywhere, that is a bottleneck. Inside of a bottleneck creates massive opportunity. Micron, SK Hynix, Samsung to an extent, right? Because Samsung's such a big company. They will continue to deliver earnings that do very, very well. Yes, I know SK Hynix missed on their last one, but I think Micron, et cetera, going forward. AMD, great earnings. Nvidia, great earnings. The earnings these companies are giving are astronomical, how well they're doing, and yet their stocks are not doing anything. AI stocks have fallen out of favor right now with Wall Street, have fallen out of favor with the financial news networks. I was watching one this morning, and they don't come right out and say that it's done and it's over, but there sure is a lot of innuendo, a lot of this, a lot of that. And again, I am not a hardcore analyst, guys. I'm not. I do analysis before I buy a certain stock, what have you, but I'm not hardcore analyst. I see an opportunity, I invest in it. But I also invest with the kind of mid to long-term view, 6 months, a year, 2 years. And I'll bring you back the AI compute build out, just with the hyperscalers, Google, Oracle, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta. They are going to continue to spend hundreds of billions of dollars and ultimately trillions of dollars. The entire AI compute build out by 2030 will have spent over $5 trillion on AI compute. Does that sound like it's dead? Who's going to get the bulk of that money? It's going to go to everybody in that AI stack, from semiconductors, memory, to data plant manufacturing companies, to cabling companies, networking, infrastructure, all that, power production, Bloom Energy, you name it, that's where it's going to go. Companies across that stack. This is the largest capital expenditure initiative that I have ever personally seen. I don't know the numbers, but I guarantee you it's one of the largest capital expenditures in history of what is being spent. We are living in an unprecedented time where the amount of money being spent by large companies, and I'm not just talking about the hyperscalers, by large companies that have to have an AI plan for their internal needs to be competitive versus their competitors, as well as AI plans, products, deliverables for their customers, retail customers, commercial customers, whatever it may be, is unprecedented. These companies are not dead. The opportunity to own their stock and have their stocks go up in value is not dead. What I firmly believe is this: they have fallen out of favor. They were the Wall Street darlings for north of a year, year and a half. We've had a little pause, and that pause is an opportunity. That pause is an opportunity to look at a Micron that is trading, its multiple is ludicrously low. I've never been able to say that. Ludicrously low. There you go. SK Hynix, again, the other major player in the memory space. AMD, Intel, Nvidia, Broadcom in the chip space. Corning in the cabling space. Bloom Energy in the energy production. I mean, these are just a few of them. GE. It just makes me laugh when I hear people saying that the opportunity is dead. It actually goes to the naivete of a lot of people investing in these assets because they're looking for those overnight gains. Me, I don't look at it that way. I look at it, what is that stock, Micron, Nvidia, whatever it may be, going to deliver me 6 months, a year down the road? And associated with that, the go-forward earnings from these companies as we continue to see hundreds of billions and trillions of dollars spent to build out the entire AI compute world, from these hyperscalers all the way to companies like General Motors and Ford and everybody has to do this. Opportunity's not dead. It's paused because it's fallen out of favor, and Wall Street and the financial networks are talking, not coming right out and saying bad things, but they're certainly not as jubilant and as saying just these are the most amazing things, because they were doing that for a while. Right now, it's in vogue. It's in fashion to be anti-AI stocks. It is. And I don't agree with that a bit, but that's the opportunity. Everybody's kind of taken their eye off the ball a little bit. They've moved on to what they think are greener pastures, and then it'll swing back. Look, we had earnings calls from everybody, and every single company said that they were going to raise their capital expenditures and they were going to stick to building out their AI infrastructure. They did. Wall Street was screaming and running around going, they need to stop spending on CapEx and all this kind of stuff. No, they don't. They're going to continue to do it. And companies like AMD, Nvidia, SK Hynix, Micron are going to be there benefiting along the way. Just right now, we got a little bit of a pause playing out, which is very interesting to me to see this, because it just goes to the root of people are not making good choices as it is associated with not wanting to invest in these assets, because I think there's so much here as we see things roll along. Thanks for giving me a few minutes. See you.